Michael gets nervous every time he enters a social situation. His heartbeat goes crazy. Then there is a big Mike. Every time he speaks to women or his brothers, he speaks with passion and direction. How is it possible he never feels fear, even though he's under pressure? We all are doing it every day, every hour, every minute. Maybe you are doing it even right now at this moment. I am doing it. Guess what it is? It is breathing. My story is simple. I always thought I knew how to breathe. I mean, in a proper way. But I never did. Until recently, when I read something about it and I started naturally implementing it into my day-to-day life, into daily routine. So what I did was simple. Every time I felt the nervousness, when I was under pressure, I started breathing properly, in a proper way, and by that I mean using the whole capacity of my lungs. Most of the time, realize where was the last time you were breathing like deeply into your stomach. You're not doing it on a regular basis, are you? I didn't do it on a regular basis either. Just doing this, breathing in a proper way, this nervousness, this pressure, it disappears. And why is that? Because when you are under pressure, in a stressful situation, or let's say around women, you might not feel confident, right? So during these moments when you're not confident in your own body, when you feel stress, when there is this trigger, right? Your body will start to shallow breathe. Your breath will literally shorten. Now you're not breathing like this, but rather maybe you're even mouth breathing, which is much worse thing to do. How? Because you are shallow breathing. Guess what will happen? You will be even more uncomfortable in this situation. Your body will start to close itself. Your posture won't be straight as it should be, as it always should be, but your body will try to close itself. Just like that. And when your body does that, eventually, it's even harder for you to breathe fully into your lungs. There's less space by doing that. So instead, if you find yourself when I found myself in a stressful situation under pressure, I don't mean just being around women, but just what life brought in. I forced myself to face it, right? So I pushed my shoulders back to create more space, to make it easier for me to breathe fully. Then what I did was that if I'm under a stressful situation, if I'm under pressure, I want to get as much oxygen in as possible. Why? Because when I have enough oxygen, my brain can think straight. My thinking is clear. and this pressure disappears. It's when you can fully relax, when your body can relax, and at that time you can now plan what to do next, plan your next steps, because you are able to think. There's no brain fog or something like that. Nothing like that. So what I want you to do, at least how do I, this is the way I do it now on everyday basis. Every time I feel a trigger and I do it, I mean, in every moment I start thinking about it, about this breathing. I just do it when I have free time, and sometimes it's even unconscious now. Because it's like a skill. The more you practice a skill, the better you get at it, the more unconscious it becomes. So that's the way I approached it. I approached it like learning a new skill. Now I have to get myself more up so you can see it. So, firstly, what I do is that I breathe into my belly. I fill my belly, this lower part of my lungs, with oxygen. When this part will be filled, then I will move to chest section. It looks like something like this. Right? Hope it was visible enough. So that's what I do. Now, it's amazing how fast this state of mind will pop in. How fast will your thinking change? How fast will you relax? Just 2 or 3 minutes of doing this, and you will be completely relaxed under every stressful situation, at least according to what I've been through. If you're around nervous around women, this is definitely a thing to try out. It works. After doing this, your mind is more conscious, you are more present and not wandering with your mind about some unimportant stuff. You're just there, which is beautiful, right? To be present, to absorb, to feel, smell, focus on your senses. And when you are able to speak your mind, when you're not overthinking about a thing to say, or if you are under a stressful situation when you have to make a decision, you won't make a good decision if your body is still feeling this stiffness. When your body isn't relaxed, you're overthinking about too many things. Your thinking isn't clear. So, thanks to that, you will make bad decisions. So just, if you find yourself, anytime you find yourself in this situation, take it as a trigger. The situation is a trigger for you to start breathing properly, to breathe fully. It's time to start using your full capacity of your lungs. Just like that. If you feel a good trigger, a good thing to realize is at least I do it when I feel stiffness. in some area. Mostly it's in my belly. My six pack is contracted, those muscles. There is a contraction. They are stiff, not relaxed. So when I feel it, the stiffness, my goal is to get to relax that area. Because it usually means that I'm under some sort of a pressure. The same applies to my chest. Or when my heart is starting to beat faster. Something is going on. It's a signal for me to again start inhaling more oxygen into my body. So this is my approach. How do I approach a situation like this? Take it as an exercise to practice. You want to master this exercise to make it unconscious. So you would do it even when you're not thinking about it. It would be, as I said, unconscious, which is great. Now I'm forcing myself to do this as often as possible during a day, especially when my day is starting. If I do it early in a day, I can already feel this confidence. My self-esteem is high, it's not low like it was before. And when I feel good early in a day, the rest will come to me just naturally. Everything will work out. If I feel positive about myself, I feel great. If you approach a social interaction or some social event in a positive way, people will see it, they will literally sense it, and people will be attracted to you. They will start mirroring you immediately. I think I'm kinda addicted to it right now. Because it's rewarding, right? There is dopamine spike in my head. Thanks to this.